Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to my sunny East Sussex garden. This morning what I thought I would do is talk you through the principles of the way that a half-mask respirator is designed to work. One of the biggest issues or the biggest headaches that my colleagues and my peers from other companies I'm sure find is when we go out and visit customers, they aren't using respirators in the way they're designed to be used. And you'll often hear members of the Sunstrom UK team saying, allow the respirator to do the job that it's been designed to do. So I thought I'd talk you through how it's designed to work, and hopefully that would help some people out there understand why it won't work if you use it in other ways, or in ways that it hasn't been designed to operate. So in simple terms, a respirator has a number of component parts. There's the main mask body itself. You'll have a filter or filters fitted to it. You'll have a head strap of some description. Ours is a nice simple single design, but you'll see various different types that are out there, and all of them will have, or most of them will have, not all of them because some disposables don't, but pretty much all of them will have inhalation valves and exhalation valves. The good ones will have a nice big seal. Now if you turn your respirator or half mask inside out and have a look at it, and it's got a tiny little seal on it, or no seal, as will be the case with some of the cheaper disposable type masks that are available, it's not going to work properly. Why? Well, because it's designed to seal, right? There's the word, around the oral nasal area, so around the nose and the mouth, like that. Okay, in an ideal world it would stick to your face, but no one wants glue on their face. It's not really good for the skin, and that's part of the reason, because all of our face shapes are different and we move them about quite a lot as we talk and move and do various things during the course of the day. It's part of the reason why no filtering respirator will provide 100% protection from whatever the contaminant is that's in the air. So they'll reduce the wearer's level of exposure. It's really important to understand that, because if you're dealing with stuff that is immediately dangerous to life and health, either in concentrations or things that potentially can kill you very quickly or asphyxiate you, like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, these should not be worn. Confined spaces should not be worn, because they've not been designed to work in those places. Okay, they're just filtering contaminants out of the air. They're not providing you with breathable air with at least 19.5% oxygen in it, and ideally slightly more than that, up to about 25%. So let me show you, by using this one that I've pulled some bits off of, how those inhalation valves and exhalation valves work. So remember, you've got a filter or filters on the front. So when you breathe in, the air is drawn through the filters. Filters clean the air. The inhalation valve in here, that opens to allow the air into the breathing zone, whilst at the same time, in our case, as I said, we have two, exhalation valves close. So the only air that, ideally the only air that should be coming into the mask, into the breathing zone and then into your lungs, is going via the filters and being cleaned. So let me just pop that on my face and just show you how. So hopefully you can see those inhalation exhalation valves opening and closing as I'm breathing in now. Not so easy to see that when it's got a filter in front of it and the covers on. So that's the principle upon how it works. Really simple, right? So to put it on our face, we need to make sure that it's rolled on underneath your chin, over your mouth and nose. So we've got one strap here at the crown of the head, the other at the back of the neck. It's a nice V shape. So hopefully you can see the mask sucking into my face there. What I'm doing there is a fit check, not a face fit test. It's a pre-use fit check, which you'll be doing every time you put the mask on. So this is going to provide a level of protection for me when I'm working in a workplace. If I drop those straps down there like that, and then I start talking, and I'm exaggerating what I'm doing here, I'm moving my head around, the mask will fall off. So one of the first things that we see that really frustrates us is when the straps are both being worn at the back of the neck or on the top of the head. They're not designed to be worn like that, okay? They have two straps on them because that methodology, with that V shape, whether it's a disposable or whoever the manufacturer is, doesn't matter. What it's showing, or what it should show, is a nice V shape that keeps the mask fitted to the head. Not one that's loose that allows it to move around. So that's the first thing that we see that's often being done, which will mean that the mask is not working in the way it's been designed to. The next, fairly frequently, is the wrong filter or no filter, or in the case of some manufacturers that have twin filters, there may only be one filter on one side because it's easier to breathe that way, right? But of course, you will be sucking completely contaminated air through the other side. So it needs to have the right filters on, and those filters may need to be a particle filter. So this is a P3 filter, or you might need a gas filter, okay? So a particle filter, as I said, this one is a P3 level, but a particle filter will protect you from particles. A gas filter will protect you from gases, but a gas filter won't protect you from particles, and similarly a particle filter won't protect you from gases. So what we need to do is clip the two of them together, and now I've got protection from particles and gases. Again, some manufacturers will have a combination filter that gives you both of those. So now I've got both my filters on and a pre-filter on there just to prolong the life of the filters. So now I've got protection against particulates and gases there. I'll do a separate video on gas filters in the future. The next thing that we quite frequently see is dirty, filthy masks. Now, first things first, if that is full of crud and you're putting that on your face, then you're going to end up with possibly dermatitis, but certainly you'll end up irritating your skin and big red patches because you're putting rubbish onto your face that's been absorbed into the pores of the skin when you're warm. So, you know, wash it. It's hygiene, right? Don't wear your pants all week. Wash the thing when you're finished using it. It takes 2 minutes to do that. Also, if it's dirty, remember, these exhalation valves need to close when you breathe in. Now, if these are filthy, and you should be checking these regularly as well as the inhalation valve, but checking these regularly for splits or tears or any damage, and changing them if they need to be, if they have any damage. But if this is dirty, this isn't going to close, okay? If this is missing entirely, remember what we do, we put the mask onto our face and we do a fit check. It doesn't matter how hard I suck in, that is not going to suck into my face because it's not going to form a seal because I've got blooming great big holes here, right? So if I pop that on there, it works nicely. If I hold that open ever so slightly, so it needs to be on, it needs to be clean, so that can't be held open when you're breathing in. The head strap, okay, it's elasticated. This time of year we should all be all right with our knickers, but come a little bit later, you know, November time, we'll be waiting for Santa to turn up with our new knickers because our knickers are getting a little bit loose, okay? If this is full of crap, it's full of dirt, it's full of paint, it's not going to seal properly to your face, because it's not going to work properly to allow that to hold comfortably on your face. And also you're going to get loads of crap in your hair, which isn't great. And of course, the other thing that we see very regularly is facial hair. Now, as I've said to you, this is designed to seal around the oral nasal area. So if you have facial hair in the area where this is designed to seal, it won't seal. And as a consequence, air will take the path of least resistance and it will come underneath the mask in the same way that, you know, there are birds and bees, as you probably can hear, flying about behind me, in and out of the branches of this tree, because the particulates that you're looking to protect yourself against, or the gases, and that you're looking to protect yourself against, are far smaller than the gaps between your facial hair. So just like those birds and bees flying through the branches of trees or the petals or leaves of a flower, that contaminated air will enter the mask underneath the seal rather than via the filter, which is what it's designed to be done. I hope that's been helpful for you. I hope that's been useful. Have a safe day, and I'll see you next time.